Ladies and gentlemen, the season's over, so we're doing some special events today. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well. And we're in a Wilver Racing GT3 3-hour endurance race this time around. And we qualified 13th out of 25 drivers, so we've got quite a full lobby this time around.
Good luck, everyone.
I can't wait for this one personally. I hope you guys are ready for it as well. And, well, a long race ahead as always. We're going to be starting off with the first lap of the race, and we're off quite decently compared to most of the drivers here that we're seeing on our left, so we're having a good start. But same goes for the BMW behind us. We really goes for the gap. We have to let a couple go. There's a little bit of contact everywhere. There's drivers back and forth, and then we get spun around as well, unfortunately, and we're finding ourselves facing the pit lane, which is not usually a good sign considering you just passed the start as well. So that hurts. That is a big incident ahead here already, and obviously we are still yet to come into a Rouge and Radion as well, so yeah, big hunt, big hit, and well, as you can already hear, there's some chaos ahead of us here. Let's hope that everybody's made it through alright. It looks like it, or actually as I say that, no, there's a car driving still. Oh, there's a car standing still. We can only really hit him. Oh no. Yeah, we gotta shift back into first gear because that is a massive hit, and we've already seen some big hits. Yeah, look at the damage to our Porsche. That's not good at all.
And he got cold tires. Yeah, we're in.
Oh man, that one does hurt. I can't lie, that is a tough one ahead of us already. Yeah, we can't even steer into the corner if we want to. We've got no downforce left. So we're gonna have to take it. As is, yeah, there's no steering available for a car whatsoever.
Thanks, Finn. Good luck to you. How much longer have you got?
Now, well, we go at it again after a 3.5 minute pit stop. Refueling, new tires, new everything. But yeah, we've got so far to gain now. A couple disconnects already here. Some drivers have made it through. Well, we're gonna be joining roughly in the middle of the pack, but obviously there's gonna be blue flags all around us. So we're gonna be really careful here to ensure we do it well. This is Patrick Rich going by us here. And we go over the curbs on the inside line, and on the outside we're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to be difficult there. And we'll get an overtake here done. Now we get overtaken as well. It's chaotic here. But yeah, it's going to be some back and forth going on here. It's currently Carl Franson ahead of us, but everybody's on different laps, so it's actually not even the driver that we're seeing right now. It's absolutely chaotic out there, and well, we have to let some drivers by as well. There was that overtake that I was talking about earlier. We had to let one go. That's going to be it then, and now we wait just a little bit longer. We make our way up to the final. Ooh, that's a little bit dodgy there. Gotta be careful coming into the bus stop corner here, and we're gonna be taking this rather slowly and steady. That's the goal for now. Slow as fall sometimes. We stay in second gear as well, obviously. That way we have a little bit more grip. Now on the GT3 car, you don't really need it per se, but it does help keep the car stable. And obviously the last thing we want to do now is get involved with more accidents. We're gonna get at it again rather soon, and coming up here to Rouge and Radion, trying to take it in cleanly, and we do. And well, so far all seems good now. A little bit later on as well, we find ourselves in lap 5 at the moment here. Ronald Allen is chasing us. That is actually an overtake for position as well, so that's something that might make it worth fighting here. Well, obviously the leader is still doing the fastest laps there, as you can hear by the race engineer. It's a chaotic race at this as well. Here we push through. We're a little bit, yeah, disoriented there, and we're gonna have to let one driver go at least here. And it's Ronald Allen getting the overtake in. Now we just let all the other drivers go as well. Obviously we don't want to get in ways of their race. We're racing a very different race than they are at the moment here. We'll be taking it for what that's worth, and there goes another one most likely. Zandberg going through, and it might just be the double overtake here as well. Yeah, we don't want to get into the way of this. And well, sure, it does cost us a couple positions in the end on track, but that doesn't really matter. They're on different laps. different strategies and everything. So we're just gonna have to let it be for now. And same goes for that one too. Just drivers were quicker around us right now. We're on different laps and we're just gonna be taking it here. And oh, we go almost too wide. We just about managed to make it in here. I think all is good for now.
There was like
Yeah, messed up corner, but at least we managed to stay in, so that's all alright. We see another driver behind us here. Michael Ferguson. That is, and he's gonna go by onto the left side. We'll be taking that, but
Are you on the Porsche green spin?
Thanks, Dwayne.
now we got it again. Yeah, obviously appreciation as well being called in through the voice chat, which I think is more often than not the case. Awesome to see. A little bit later in. We'll see, we've got a lot more to do this race coming into the bus stop. Now we're a little bit later into this as well, and there's one driver unfortunately finding himself in the wrong way. That's going to be Kid Beal. We do no overtake, even though it's not worth a position directly, it's something at least. We'll be taking it. It's better than nothing at this point, and we know that too. Now we see some drivers coming out of the pits as well, as we are on lap 12. That is the overtake onto Kellen Love here.
What just crashed?
Yeah, mate. Just come out of the pits.
Now, well, we're going to be much more clear of him. We'll see some cold tires as well after coming in. No matter if he's changed them or not, it's going to cost him a little bit of them. So we'll be taking that a little bit later on. We find ourselves on lap 16 already. It's been fairly uneventful for us, having an almost that, but we do get onto the gravel there. A little bit too wide, but we're able to continue a race here. And then we're going to see later on as well that in lap number 23 that we will be having a similar moment here. Coming into the first turn, we go too wide, and luckily we managed to make it out rather easily. You can already see it's getting slightly darker out there. And the lights, well, they will be turned on here. Obviously, this is recorded pre-update here. We've seen some big changes to the game. For example, with the debris now especially. Now you can already see that it's getting so much more dark in here. And we're going to be coming into the pits here. We're low of fuel, so we need to pit in. Just treat it as is.
Did you take him out?
And we'll be finding our way into the pits lane here. And now obviously coming in, we're going to exit the pits. And we'll be right back to racing here. A little bit over 2 hours to go. A little bit under 2 hours to go. Which, apologies me. And now we're going to be making our way over out of the pit lane here. We're going to be seeing that we do see some drivers getting pretty close to us now. For example, Jason Beckby was behind us. And, well, a little bit later on he's got us over on the straight. We're just going to be going at it. Well, only sometimes you just have to take positions like this, right? There's not much you can do about it, really. And we'll do it a little bit later on as well here. That's Jordan Paget going by now. And obviously he's going to be long gone up until that point as well here. A little bit later on, we're in lap 32 already. Goes rather quick. And, well, who's going to be making that first move onto the Camel Straight, you wonder? Certainly Logan Draper's behind us here.
Oh, yeah.
We once again struggle into the exact same corner, braking a little bit too late. Not able to get the direction in. There we go. Back to racing.
Good.
And unfortunately it's going to be long gone as well. And now we actually do see that there's a driver behind us for position, interestingly enough here. We've still got long to go here over the curbs, and now we're going to lose control and we're going to hit into the wall. Oh no. That's a big hit as well, and well, we got to get back into the pits. And well, yeah, that is a tough one as well here. Big hit. And we see now we've also got a drive through in the hands as well. You might be running, what is that for? I didn't see anything wrong. Well, it's pretty simple. It's another incident points that we're adding there. Those are going to cut into profits there, unfortunately. And, well, we're going to have to take from this one. Now we see we're being chased by Kid Beal. Actually an overtake for position. So it might be worth fighting, but you also got to consider our car's a little bit of damage. We've still got a penalty ahead of us. So how much is this worth when it comes to fighting? what you wonder, but for now we'll stay behind us.
The track is yellow over there. You can't pass.
And,
The
well,
safety car ends up driving
so
around
far nothing else coming in. It's
the
now actually Tim Bird behind us a little bit later on in the lap.
Yeah.
We're just gonna lift
Wow,
off,
you're
let him
bouncing
by.
around a lot, Steve. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, we had a
We're gonna
safety
just
car.
make sure we
Right.
make it into the pit safely.
Jumped all the way around that corner, now you're good again.
There we go. It's gonna be a pit coming in here. We go server drive through. A difficult penalty, but a pit limiter comes on. From that point on, there's not much else that we could do about it.
Right. Alright, yeah. No, I just seen you come
I'm
out.
not gonna go for lunch,
Well,
Steve.
we're just waiting for it. But obviously, we're not gonna come in here. We just need to make sure we get this penalty out of the way.
What's the
As incredibly tough as that sounds, to be honest.
Oh, sweet.
And we'll be taking it from this point on there. We're going to be seeing
Fuck all you.
that some drivers are coming out of the pits here as well. And we're underway again.
It's like golf.
So we're back at it now.
I'm real good at that.
And obviously we've got so much more left to do at this point as well. It does kind of hurt, I gotta say. Obviously this Mr. Begbie behind us now.
Thank you, Sven.
That's that overtake now out of the way as well. We're keeping things clean.
Yeah, wonder why.
Now we go back into the bus stop corner here. We've got along with Tugay, we're seeing the W ahead of us here, but we gotta be careful. We do just about make it through this, so it's not the end of the world here, I gotta say. It's always a tough one here. Jason Begbie will be gone, at least for the time being, and then we go a little bit too wide here. That's because there's a driver about to come up our insides here as well, so we gotta be careful with what we do.
Oh Jesus. You're right. Don't hit the wall, mate. Ah.
Now where there is the sign, Kid Beals hit the wall apparently, and that will be good news for us here. We're able to go by. You saw him on the right there. Tough luck for him. Now, on the orange shot is on the same lap as we are, despite all the damages. He also had a tricky start. And well, we're driving him now.
Even the playing field a bit.
We're significantly faster than him at the moment.
Noticed last night in the TCRs
A big
that,
send down the inside here. We managed to make it stick as well. I think there was a slight bit of contact, but we make sure we keep space in, and both drivers will be able to continue their way. But that's a nice position gained there onto Harley Earnshaw. We're finding our way back into this.
Yeah, I had it at my
That's a little bit wide, but all is good. We'll be fine to see how it goes. Obviously, we're doing quite a bit of time passing here. As it's deep in the dark from this point on already.
What do you get your tyres down to, Jace?
Well, here is another overtake then. And that's going to be some more drivers passing us now. Hardy Unshaw is still behind us, but we're not finding him. It's Mitch Heller ahead of us now, who has passed a little bit later. And you can see that the lights get out. And, well, we're going to be back onto a track where we can see fully again.
Yeah, that was weird.
In a span of such a short time as well. So, yeah, getting ready for the day session, it seems here. And the leader here of the race will be possibly Jordan Paget, who goes ahead of us, and will be taking that as well. So we'll be lapping us one more time.
At least I can open another can now.
You keep going.
And now behind us, Logan Draper, and he's in the almost iconic Porsche, dare I say it, at this point. We're trying to go for a move here. And that is now him passing on the left side as well. So Logan Draper will be taking off another position here. All is good now. Yeah, that's another position lost here, but considering it's not an on-track position, it doesn't actually matter. We're doing quite alright here, you gotta be honest. I mean, we're in 12th position. Definitely not bad at all. We go a little bit over the curbs again, and now on the exit, we're gonna take some gravel with us as well. So obviously, turning into a little bit of a rallying driver here as well. Don't know whether Sven has got that experience off-track as well as he does on-track. But that's a small mistake being made, but luckily able to recover. Look at this here, there's a Porsche ahead of us here, which has got absolutely no spoiler left as well, so easy overtake onto Kit Beal here. At this point it's quite far down already. We've also got some more drivers here coming in behind us. We gotta be worried about it. It's Tim Bird and Jason Begbie are actually fighting as well, so we don't want to be getting into that way if we don't need to. So we're gonna be taking that as is, and we'll be seeing where it brings us.
no excuse. Sticking to it.
Well, that will allow an opportunity for them to go by here. That's the first. Second will be joining in soon. Be making sure that they have all the space to battle it out themselves. The last thing we want to do is, you know, get there and be involved in that. And a little bit later on, we find ourselves on lap 58. The gap between us, that being Sven and Kitbil, is not that big, and that is one way to go a little bit too wide here. And that is also warning us. We need to give them that time gained.
36 minutes left.
Definitely less than optimal. He's now getting close to us. He's chasing us rather hard here. He wants to catch up if he can. But at the moment there's no reason for him to go for any incentives yet. It's too far gone, and obviously he himself knows that too. So we're going to be taking that for assist right now. Now looking to make sure we leave some space over here as well for the McLaren that goes by. It's Twain Lee who makes it by us here. Now later on we see that Nico Zandberg's chasing us as well. And well, we're going to be going a little bit slow. He's able to overtake us. We're being very respectful here, being very careful that we don't get into the way. And a little bit later on you can see the alarm is on. You know what that means? We are almost out of fuel, so we need to come in. And to give you an idea as well, look at the current gaps here to the left and the right as well, just to give you a little bit of a perspective of how things are going. Lots of DNFs here already, but we're still going at it, which is nice.
What color is that? Is it like a... I'm joking, man. It's all good.
Here's a little bit later on as well. We're going to be able to exit the pits. And now it's just a matter of keeping things clean. There's a little bit over 10 laps to go. It's a tough endurance race here as well. Obviously, keep in mind how much that affects you when it comes to your focus and whatever. Is quite a tough one, I gotta say. We'll be going at it again.
Fuck yeah, decent left, huh? 226.06.
There's a spin, and oh, I'm afraid that's gonna be tough to recover. We go off, but we stay out of the wall. We do spin across.
Is that my last lap?
That is tough luck for us here, but luckily no wall spin hit or anything. A little bit later on, we're going into the same corner. Surely we've learned from that as well, but once again the back almost wants to start sliding, and there he goes, and this time we are going to hit the wall. That's tough luck, I gotta say. And well, that's going to be it then. A little bit later on as well, we're going to be coming in P11 for the finish here. We are good when it comes to fuel. We'll be coming in a decent position, I'd say. I think we can be very happy with that as well. And well, that's going to be it then. I think we're going to end this in Wilver Racing style. Yes, we are. Oh my, that was a big shunt. And I don't know exactly if that player is still alive, but yeah, that was messy stuff in the end, and a good race here to finish in P11 in the end. So yeah, well, sure, we've had our fair share of incidents, but that not only goes for everyone. Obviously 39 incident points sounds like a lot, and it really is, but if you're considering that we've been racing for 3 hours, it maybe puts it into perspective a little bit more here. Now it's time to look at the highlights of the race, and as the screen might suggest, this is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, this was the crash that we had in the beginning, coming up to the Camel Straight for the first time. Here's the start again. And we'll be seeing as well that the drivers here will immediately be trying to find their spot here. Seeing who can take it and who can't. It's always a little bit messy, of course, you've got to admit it. And so far, though, it seems things are honestly A-okay. Here's that start again. A little bit longer. Well, there's also more contact from some of the other drivers. There's another send as well. Let's see. Make it through. And oh, there's the contact between us then. Yeah, that is Joao Almeida who got into a little bit of contact here. And here's the POV of Carl Frentzen here. And he's going to hit Dwayne Lee from behind. And possible. Nice little love tap coming out there. It's Marcus A. Watson we're working with now, and you see that Patrick Rich is approaching, and oh, he's going to go for pit maneuver. That was never a good sign. Usually most of the drivers will be able to avoid him. And then, unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time for Carl Frentzen, and he'll hit right into it. massive damage now. And well, that sometimes happens, but that's a shame really. And here's another contact as well. Almeida once again, this time hitting Steve McDonald. And yeah, that is a big hit as well. And then, well, they're spinning on the track and is immediately going to be going at it again. Spins in and then we're there. That is just so devastating right there. Now here's Craig S. Watson, Patrick Rich, and Allen close to it too. And oh, there's the contact. That is Patrick Rich being hit. Will braked a little bit too early. And well, at least he'll be going at it again. But ooh, big hit there. And there's another spin. That was Roland Allen. Excuse me. He'll be finding his way into the grass, but is lucky to continue the race here. Allen rejoins the track, loses a couple positions, and I was immediately back to racing, and it's going to be the Ford right next to him. It's going to be a nice pulse coming through here, and another driver looking to go down the inside perhaps if he could as well. Immediately he's gone back to racing pace, and he needs to as well here. There, well, slight bit of contact I think, and oh, there's that spin out. Marcus A. Watson will send him spinning, and he'll hit the wall as well. There is... It was Chris Springer trying to avoid Carl Kruger. When he does so, he loses control of his McLaren as well. It's a popular car this time around, I gotta say. Makes it quite fun, but big hits coming out, and yeah, that is pretty tough luck. Now here is a very, very wide GT3 Mustang this time around. It's Patrick Rich going into the gravel. Now we see once again more battles. It's going to be Marcus A. Watson and Harley Earnshaw, and the ladder is going to be spun around, and when he tries to recover, yeah, he's going to go into the gravel. He tried to give it his all. Wasn't able to do so, unfortunately. So that's tough luck, I gotta say. That does really stink, doesn't it? He'll be taking it, I guess, from this point on. A little bit later on as well. See, this is Jason Beckby, and oh, he's going to be hitting that wall very hard. It actually gets spun the right way around there. And therefore, is actually able to continue the race, believe it or not here. But that's absolutely incredible. He's going to be trying to rejoin here. He's got to be careful. At least he'll have a good exit out of this one. That's most certain. But, well, it's cost at a big cost here. He's able to continue. Now can focus up at T1 again. But obviously, he's got some damage, so it's not going to help him with the downforce. He'll happily demonstrate that as well as he goes way too wide into turn number 1. That's a little bit unfortunate there, I gotta say. And as we make our way over, demonstrate again. Graphs going on, and oh, that is love going off. And well, some more overtakes coming through as a result here as well. So many drivers will be pushing through here, and they'll be letting him by. Yeah, there's just no way to safely rejoin up until this car. For the number 4, that is tough luck. That is Michael Ferguson, excuse me. And yeah, obviously rejoining there is tough luck as well. Does manage to do so. Now here's an onboard with the Mustang. There's a driver going very wide there. This kind of love went way too wide, and then we're into this battle. Ooh, you gotta be careful there, my friend. Yeah, Jacob Masika will be making it through. At least a little bit to regain that position. Ooh, you gotta be careful there on the full. That looked absolutely devastating at times, but no, they do manage to recover, so all is good. Now here's Jason Beckby again in his beloved M4, and oh, he's gonna lose the back end. You saw him wiggle. He's gonna hit the wall really hard as well. And now, well, need to come into the pits. Luckily, he's already close by. If he can even make it there. Yeah, tough luck there. He'll be rejoining. He'll be cutting straight across the grass here. He doesn't care about that one anymore. Just wants to come into the pits immediately. And he's going to do so as well. Also, your friendly reminder that if you're liking the content so far, make sure you like and subscribe. Obviously, a different video. And some very long comments coming out here as well for this one. So make sure you stay in and enjoy the ride. Well, here's David Chalk and Mitch Hiller. Currently, Mitch Hiller is chasing David Chalk in his Corvette. Is going to be looking to defend this one here. And there is an opportunity down the inside here. And is immediately going to send it in. Now they are alongside. And it looks like it will be the 296 to come ahead here, and it's going to be a nice move being done as well. And David Choke doesn't really want to defend that actively. He decides that's not worth it. We see another big overtake happening. It's going to be the number 24 making his way by. Timber trying to make sure that he can stay in there. Position will be longer, and obviously that GT3 car, that Mustang is a beast on the straight. I'm sure that does come at some cost as well, mainly in the corners, but he seems to be handling it rather well. We'll be taking that position away here, and that means that we are now coming to the end of lap 3 as well, just to put that into perspective for you as well, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, here is Kit Beale. He is currently exiting the pits. He'll be making his way out. It's going to be Harley Earnshaw that you see in the straight right now, but he will be able to accelerate a little bit quicker, so he'll be making his way out of there. Kit Beale will be left in the dark here as well. And now this is David Chalk yet again. Michael Ferguson behind this time around here in his Mustang GT3. Battle of the Americans, and there's a move down the inside, and it's a clean move as well. David Chalk has decided that is maybe not worth contesting as much here. And oh, there it is. Chris Springer goes off, and that was sketchy. Managed to make it by at least. That's very scary stuff right there. Everybody else seems to be making it off rather nice. Yeah, he's still looking to rejoin the track here, but he's struggling with it. Finally he's able to rejoin as well, but that's difficult stuff ahead here. Now here is another try to overtake here. There is that move. Yet again we see Mitch Hiller looking to make his way through with Tim Bird this time around. Will be the suspecting victim this time around. He already saw it coming from miles away. Overtake very successful here, and nothing that they could do about it on that side. So yeah, they're just gonna have to let it slide here in the Belgian Ardennes, and later on as well we'll see another battle coming through. It's Carl Crew yet again in his Martini livery, as he has on many of his cars. This one with Jordan Paget, who was in the lead for a very long time in the beginning, or actually the beginning parts of this video, so rather at the end of the race. Was doing rather well, and this time he's going to be able to get a pass on to Jordan Paget as well, so he'll be taking that, no problem. And it looks like there will be no way to get back into that one. Now here we see two players looking to come in there. Ronald Allen and Sven Matisse are ahead here. The small mistakes were slow through there. We go off, and that will allow the door to be opening for Dwayne Lee. He immediately wants to go for it as well, which he does. That's a nice overtake being done there. And well, now a little bit later on we see Mitch Hiller once again making it through this time around. It's Nico Zandberg who will be the victim this time around. And Mitch Hiller is making up a lot of spaces right now. Seems to be really nailing the pace, especially long term as well. Pretty impressive. Now here is Ronald Allen, who now sees Dwayne Lee getting very close by. We've obviously already seen him pass us. Ronald Allen has the same further. Here's Kit Beale, and obviously he has no rear wing, so no downforce on the back end, and therefore gets spun across. Yeah, that's just so unfortunate, because you want to be going fast here, but you have no downforce, and well, he'll be finding his way back to the track eventually anyways, but that's a shame, because that could have been really good. He's able to rejoin, and sure he's at the left some by here. Here's Callum Love. Goes too wide into the corner, and that will allow Michael Ferguson to make his way by, and he's struggling to keep the car going in the right direction. Eventually you will, but it does definitely cost him some time here as well. This is another fight that we see a little bit later on as well. There's that move into the Camel Straight. It's very good, and now the door's open as well. Maybe just a little bit more here. Is it once again the Alpine team car being involved in that one as well? This is Carl Crew, and he's going to be spinning around, I'm afraid. Yes, he's going to go off. Doesn't hit the wall, but it cost him a lot of time, and in the meanwhile more drivers will be catching up as well. Now you can just see the speed difference here as well. And he's decided, you know what, I'll just let him by. I'll take that as his Carl Crew will be losing losing that position. Patrick Rich will gain it. But at all, now here's the car, number 24. Oh, that's another moment here. It's 114 at first, and now it is going to be that overtake. I believe, yeah, from behind there he comes as David Chokel makes it through. Nicely done. Really it's gone that way, but yeah, we've seen those incidents. And here's Hitch Miller again. This time it's Ronald Allen. They're going to be making their way side by side in, and that should already be the move being done there. And yeah, there's no way he's defending that. But now he's got the BMW's got the slipstream, and he'll be utilizing that whenever he can. He'll be going at it as soon as he can. And there is he. Going too wide, and that's now going to be the position going the other way again. It's got to be Ronald Allen. We'll happily see him outbrake him. He'll be gaining back that position at least. And keep in mind that multiple drivers here are on different laps as well, so basically constant blue flag at this point. And here a big mistake by Ronald Allen. Then a lap later it was. Now he comes at it again, and oh, that is a big shunt into the wall as well. Oh, that is not good. That is a big shunt coming out, and decides to do some donuts for good measure in there as well. Finally we'll be able to find the right direction again. And yeah, it's cost him a lot of time and also quite a bit of damage. Although the BMW doesn't look as bad as I've seen it look before. He comes, he'll be going at it there, not bad at all, but yeah, comes into the pits and it's gonna cost him even more time. Now here is the current race leader, Logan Draper, binding with his Porsche, and you can see the backhand looking to escape, but he masters the control of his car. Nothing that he can do about that one here. Here is the 114 together as well, and oh, that is a big moment there. Yeah, there it goes. Get on love, unfortunately. Now for Springer will surely have another hit on that one as well. Yeah, there he goes. Makes it through. Just for good measure, you might as well take that position here. And then he goes too wide. And he's going to probably... Well, actually, okay, he does go wide, but doesn't spin. Still sketchy, however. Definitely not what he wanted to see. Now here is the car number 4, Dwayne Lee. And Mitch Hiller was getting so many positions, so he can already kind of start to feel his fate here. But there's the contact between the two. And McLaren gets spun into the wall. Mitch maybe a little bit too impatient, and that's cost him now. Yeah, tries to get out of the way for the majority of the drivers here, but that's easier said than done. He's got massive damage here, and he's going to come to a stop as well. Well, crew then. After the Camel straight, he's been nailing the first corners, but then he unfortunately loses the back end. And you know what that means? Yes, exactly. He's going to be spun around. Decent recovery from him, though. Definitely could have cost him a little bit more time as well. So he's going to be taking that, I think, honestly. He's going to rejoin this race a little bit later on as well. Here is the number 11 car of Patrick Ridge, who spins out and hits the wall so hard. You know, luckily there's no driver damage in the game. Luckily it's purely cars, but that looked like a big hit. And, well, yeah, he wouldn't have been okay if that was a crash into the wall at that speed. That maybe it's only just his own perspective of how good of a racer he is that is attached, but affected. But, I mean, that's going to be it for now. He's going to be okay rejoining. And, well, obviously he's going to do so after pitting as well. So he's going to get the repairs in later on. Alright, now we have some good battles going on. It's a freeway battle here. Tim Burt and Michael Ferguson, main suspects of it though, especially as Michael Ferguson will be looking to come in again. And that is a nice position gain now coming into the next corner, but he's going to go a little bit too wide, and maybe that will allow the Ferrari to pass again. Indeed, Tim Burt regains the position, but he's still not done with it just yet. This is a great battle coming out, and the Mustang goes down the inside one more time. Will be able to complete the pass right there. And then good moves coming out from both Michael Ferguson and Tim Burt. Al Frentzen sees Mitch Hiller approach, and he's just going to let him by. Playing it all safe. There's Patrick Ridge once again at the Mustang, and once again he's going to be losing control. Hits the wall. At least gets pointed in the right direction, so he's able to continue the race in that sense. maybe all as well. Here is a very aggressive Logan Draper who's desperately to try and get by here, but yeah, Jordan Baggett is behind that, and those are the P1 and P2 in the race at the moment. So, oh, there's a big hit, or actually, very awkward one at that as well. Haven't really seen it before. Steve McDowell getting into a really awkward fight. Here's Jordan Baggett now coming into the pits as his car has got massive damage out. With the arrow, that's no pleasure. He'll be taking that as it's worth. Corner missed by Kid Beal, and he's able to rejoin, but it's going to cost him a lot of time. Track cut, obviously never a good sign if you get that. But now, well, all is good now. And here we see another driver going wider. That's the number 31, if I saw that correctly. Yep. Shame really that it's gone that way. But yeah, the Cookie Monster will be unfortunately passed by David Chalk there as well. Yeah, tough luck there, gotta say. Now onto the Camel Straight we go. Porsche keeps pushing at it here. Whenever possible, the 296 will be going out of the way here. There's a lap coming out there as well. And it's Harley Earnshaw who will let him by. Here we see Dwayne Lee ahead as well. Car crew is coming in quickly. And obviously he is almost on a lap. So yeah, he'll be going at it, and now he will lap him for the first time around as well. On lap number 17/18. We'll be seeing the position swapped around, and that's going to be another overtake. Successful this time to put Dwayne Lee on the lap as well. So great stuff coming out right there. Car crew will continue as if nothing happened, and I think all is good now. Kid Beal then goes too wide, goes into the gravel. Jason Beckby looks to come around, and will be able to successfully get the move on without really having to put in any work. Just has to stay in his own line, and first will be done for him, unfortunately for him. See, not as exciting as overtaking on track, but at least another position he'll take. Here's Jordan Draper again. Carl Franson is looking to come up here. Carl Franson knows he's being put on the lap as well. He really doesn't want to get into the way. There's absolutely no reason for it to. So he'll be taking it as is. Now going at it again. We'll see Jason Beckby looking to come around here. The number 13 comes in, and he's going to spin coming into the bus stop. He'll be coming to a complete halt, but luckily no damage done to the car. Has to take the escape road, but is lucky that he can continue his race there at least. So damage limited there. Well, it would have been nicer to keep it clean, of course, but that's not possible, unfortunately, this time around. Now here is Logan Draper, and he is going to have a moment of himself, but he manages to at least keep the car out of the wall. That was a big moment there. Now we see Jordan Baggett as well, looking to chase Dwayne Lee, the driver currently aboard with. And Jordan Baggett is just going to be looking to make his way by as well. And he's going to make sure that he knows. He's going to flash his lights as well, just to make sure that he knows. That is the overtake successful now as well. Successful move, and he'll be moving on into the distance here, looking to chase, see whatever's left here. Here's the car number Love, and that's a little bit of a hit there, I think, or no, actually just about it wasn't. And now, well, David Chalk still chasing all the way around as well. Coming into turn 1, he's going to have to nail this one. Make sure he can gain that distance over David Chalk, and frankly rather late that felt like, and indeed he does go wide, and quite wide at that as well. Keeps it out of the wall, but that's going to cost him a little bit of extra time as well. So yeah, that is definitely tougher on his end. Now, a little bit later on as well, we'll be seeing that Harley Earnshaw, Car Crew, and Mitch Hiller both approach. He'll be letting both by as well. He wants nothing to do with that, and I think rightfully so. I think that's definitely a good move. A little bit later on as well, we see Kid Beal, the Cookie Monster car, being overtaken by Patrick Ritchie, or not yet at least. He's still putting up a fight, and then we'll let him go regardless. So yeah, good overtake coming through there. And now a little bit later on as well, we'll be seeing Wallace Bertos and Nico Zandberg braking too late, and Tim Burt will be happily capitalizing on that. He'll be gaining that position as they will cross the line. Good stuff coming out there, I gotta say. Here's Call Crew again. You already know who is behind us once again, Mitch Hiller. It's not a spectacular comeback race. Overtaking driver after driver after driver, and we're all for it. We're seeing where this goes. I don't really know myself. I'm just going to have a go in the Alpine liveried Ferrari. Doesn't dare to do it yet. Here they go side by side, and it looks like that will be a clean overtake, and it's going to be gets overtaken. And now a little bit later on as well, Beal is going to come in, and you might think, oh, is it damage? Is it fuel? No, it's not. It's going to be a drive-through penalty for him for getting too many incident points in the race. Only off tracks, the contacts as well. Definitely doesn't help at all. So it's very tough when you get a drive-through penalty like this, and he knows it too. So yeah, he's just going to have to take it, but rather not have to surf it. Go at it again then. He'll be rejoining the race from this point on. There's John Paget again, and it's going to be the number 3 car of Harley Earnshaw right ahead of him. Coming into the bus stop, they will be trying to make it by here. And here they go. Can the Audi do it then? Well, it seems rather far away from now on, so I think maybe not yet here. It's into the slipstream though. It's going to come down to whether he dares to brake late. And well, actually, the door left wide open here by Harley Earnshaw. Every position will still be swapped around. So it's going to be another time Jordan Packer managed to lap him. Now here is Michael Ferguson again. We are aboard with Nico Zandberg. He'll be letting him go as well. Michael Ferguson looking to make the maximum out of this whenever he can. And so far it seems that Michael Ferguson's rather successful in that GT3 Mustang that he has. Now speaking about Mustangs, here is Patrick Rich, and we're aboard with him, and always gone so wide, and when he tries to correct it, unfortunately gets shoved the other way around, and he's going to crash the car really hard. That is unfortunately no more downforce as well from this point on. Tough luck there, I gotta be honest, but that is just part of it, you know. Now comes to a halt as well, and he's going to be teleporting back to the pits. Crew has had a really decent race so far, but even he will make a mistake, and that's a little bit of a spin. We'll be able to rejoin the race here, but now Jordan Packard is looking to get closer here, and Jordan Packard is almost there. Can't go for the overtake quite yet, but they're right next to each other from this point on. And it looks like Coco will be good defending for this one for a while here. But obviously the Audi just lining up his attacks and in the slipstream. There he goes. Tries to get alongside here, but not there quite yet. Now he is. Brakes later, brakes harder. Therefore he's successful with the move as well. Car Crew not able to defend it, or the question is rather, did he even want to defend it in the first place? Here's Michael Ferguson as well coming after the Camel straight. Loses the car, and he's going to be spun around as well. Luckily no damage done to the car, however, so all is good. It's still definitely not optimal. Sometimes that's just how you gotta take it, you know. He's good to go. Now we see Logan Draper coming out here as well. He has refueled his car. He definitely needed to. So many drivers in fact have gotten to do that before. This time around we see Cal Fanson looking to come around as well. It looks like the position won't be changed up. He's right up to pace at the moment where he needs him. He's coming onto the almost straight now, so it's a long straight. The GT3 BMW looking to utilize that slipstream, not able to do so. A little bit later on, this is David Chalk. Keeps it clean through here and coming into the next right-hand turn. What's going to happen? Oh, he's going to go too wide and he's going to go into the gravel. He's able to get it going at least here. There's Michael Ferguson. Need to come in and almost spins there. Needs to brake. Well, braking, it does just not happen at all. The car just straight up refuses to. Tries to spin it around, but he's going to hit the wall. Needs to put the car in reverse here. But the car straight up refuses to get into reverse, and therefore it's going to be stuck against that wall now. Now here is Jordan Paget here. We wanted to go by. You know, that's a little bit of a contact there. David Chalk gets hit from behind. That's the overtake successful now too, but definitely not in the way that he wants to. So Jordan Paget here will be making it through. And, well, he'll be taking it as is. A little bit later on again, we are aboard with the same Mustang of Michael Ferguson. So luckily he has able to continue the race. Once again spins out, however. So he's going to be finding himself facing that wall. It's good to continue his race. So no big deal. Good news for him, if you ask me. He joins. Coming in now. In the later on, this is Kit Beale. We see in it's Jason Begbie right behind. Might see that Jason Begbie goes for lapping here, and indeed he will. Nicely done there. And both drivers will be able to continue the race safely at least. So that's a good sign. But, oh man, has it been tough so far. Now here is Sven Matisse. It's been a while since we've seen a highlight from him. And it's going to be Jason Begbie here coming through. And we'll be making our way out as well. Michael Ferguson, yet again. And it's a similar corner that we find himself around in. It looks like we're going to get a repetition of a couple laps ago where he once again spins and goes off. And unfortunately finds himself facing the wrong way here. David Chalk coming in. Now once again you can see it's getting very dark out there. He's going to let Mitchiller go. We're still looking to chase a good spot in the end result of the race. So yeah, good stuff from him. Now here we see Timbert making a small mistake. And that will allow Zandberg to capitalize on it. Timbert went over the curbs and that's going to cost him then. Now here we see the number 23 car of Jordan Paget yet again. Kit Beale will be lapped over, I think. Indeed, that's exactly what's going to be happening. Just making sure he doesn't get into the way. Later on, we're going to see it do it. We're going to see him do it again. This time on Sven Matisse. And he's actually going to go rather wide on that. But yeah, that's the overtake successful now. And Logan Draper is currently chasing Michael Ferguson, trying to put him on the lap here. The lights are being flashed. There he goes. It's going to be a nice overtake. And obviously he wants to extend the gap whenever he can. Here's Timbert. Together with Nico Zandberg, they go side by side. Zandberg ahead for the time being here, but Timbert doesn't want to give up so easily here, coming over to themselves. And that is a little bit of a moment there, and therefore it will once again be the position swapped around there. It will be Timbert now ahead. Is that going to be over then? I think so. And well, here's Jason Begbie here. Sees Jordan Paget around him. And well, no overtake as of yet here. We're just going to get out of the way. Jason decides also that it's not worth fighting. I think that's a good position as well, and he knows it. Kit Beale misses the braking point for the bus stop here, and he'll be going off, unfortunately. That is incredibly tough luck here. But now, well, that is just part of it. He's able to continue the race. This is a scent if I've ever seen one. Walker will be lapping David Chalk, who's driving rather slowly there around. Actually, I wonder if he's got damage or something. Definitely looked like it, because he's driving rather slowly. But Galcrew will be making it through. This is, once again, Sven Matisse. It's Logan Draper looking to come in right behind. There's that overtake, and obviously will put us on another lap here as well. So yeah, it's going to be taking it. Here we see Harley Earnshaw, and he's looking to come into the pits as well. Might be wondering what's going on. Well, it's once again a similar position that we have found ourselves in before. It is going to be another drive-through for too many incident points across the race. So yeah, going to be him serving that one. See some more drivers here coming onto the straight as well, but we got to drive the slow route. I mean, he. We're back to racing now. See one car approaching there from the first corner, and it's going to be an easy overtake here. The race leader, Jordan Paget, will be making it through, and he's going to be taking that as is. Now, This is going to be the chicane, but it's missed by Harley Earnshaw. And Jason Beckby will be coming into it again. And now he's decided, you know what, actually, I'll just come into the pit lane. You might be wondering, well, why is that? It's pretty simple. It's a regular pit stop. Changing tires if he wants to. Mainly refueling, though. That's going to be the most important thing here. So it's going to be coming in to serve a regular pit stop, as we are currently in lap 35 already. Now, here is the POV of Nico Zandberg here. The fact that's looking to make his way around here. And, well, there goes the overtake. It's a successful move here by the Audi. Nothing that they could do about that one. Yeah, just going to be seeing him long gone into the distance as well. Nico Zandberg knows there's absolutely no reason to be trying to fight for that one. Here is Steve McDonald. Makes it by Harley Earnshaw rather easily. No fight be taken there, and obviously Steve McDonald has been a little bit more quiet on our side. Hasn't been too impactful in terms of crashes or anything. So yeah, that's how you stay out of the spotlights, I guess. Kyle Franson will be overtaking Kit Bielde meanwhile. And he comes out to the pits, and when he does, we see some drivers coming on to the straight here as well. First driver will be coming out ahead here, but that's Harley Earnshaw now, and he's immediately being put to a drag race here, but it's not really a fair race as he came out of a different corner. And it will be Harley Earnshaw going by nicely. Coming into a Rouge and Radion here, and it looks like he'll be staying ahead. As it looks like right now both drivers up to pace. You know what that means. It's going to be a nice overtake. Successful by Harley Earnshaw. Good to see as well. But he is still making his way up there. Trying his best to gain as many positions as possible. Just focusing on his own race. I very much admire that, I gotta say. Coming out of the Camel Straight, looks like nothing will be changing. And they're just going to leave it as is. So yeah, good stuff coming out here, I gotta say. Nothing could be done in return here. So yeah, here's another POV this time around. And it's going to be Kit Bielde here. He's going to be making it nicely. This looks all okay, but then he's going to hit the sand just a little bit. And he gets spun around. I'm actually not sure if it's sand or gravel. I believe it's gravel, but finds himself facing the wrong way at least. And that's never a good sign. Use the race with nothing damaged apart from maybe his ego. Has to just find his rhythm again now, which is obviously easier said than done. Here is another big battle going on here. It is going to be Harley Earnshaw who sees the number 4 car of Dwayne Lee and the number 63 car of Kyle Franson looking to come around here. And that won't be a hard move at all. Obviously, you just gotta make sure you time it well, right? Coming into the bus stop. All is okay so far. But then eventually he's gonna be a little bit too wide, and you know what's gonna happen then. Exactly. He's gonna get overtaken, but it's a little bit of a drag race through here. And in the end, well, I think he's just gonna have to lift there as well. Brakes early. Allow the drivers to go through. Takes an alternative line into there so that the other car doesn't get into the way. Almost does though. Then he'll be just finishing it off like this. Nicely done. Some good overtakes coming out there. And well, also good awareness, I gotta say. Harley Earnshaw will have to let them both by. And that's a little bit too wide there. That's never a good sign. There's an onboard with Dwayne Lee. There goes Kyle Franson. Harley Earnshaw now as well. Both drivers will be making it through. There's nothing that he can do about it. Carlos doesn't sound completely healthy anymore, I gotta say. Something's up with that. It sounds a lot better already. Don't know what that was all about. But oh well. This is what it is. And the overtakes will be successful. Here's Sven Matisse. You might remember this moment from his POV as well, as he's going to come into the left-hander here. He is going to be slowly but surely going too wide. Finds himself into that wall. See, that was shown before as well, right? So here is now Harley Earnshaw. Dwayne Lee is pressurizing him into making a mistake or letting him by in any other way. And it is going to be a bit bit of a curb touch there. All is good though, and there he goes over the cross even, and now he's going to be slower through here. He goes too wide, but still stays ahead here, but definitely not in the way that he wants to. And now pressure's still very much on here as well, and eventually he's going to be forced into a mistake. I have that feeling. So overall is good, I gotta say. Maybe it's too wide here then. Yeah, a little bit, but stays on the track rather nicely. There he goes. Oh no, that's the mistake that I was looking for, and that's going to be costing him here. Hardy Unshaw will have to let that position go. Now here is Sven Matthijs coming out of the pits as well. He'll be looking to continue the race as if nothing's ever happened. Obviously, it's been a very eventful race for him. But to be honest, for which driver has it not been? I think that's a more fair way to put it here. Now, as well, we see that Kit Beale is immediately going to be trying to chase here. Maybe going for the overtake if he actually is able to do so. Now more moves though. But we'll see what else is going to be happening a little bit later on. You also see behind it there's another driver coming in. So for no movement. So yeah, that will just be it for now. No overtakes here onto the Camel Straight either, but we do see that Tim Burt's getting significantly closer here as well. Obviously that's good news for us here, because that means that Tim Burt's able to chase him down. It's also going to mean that, you know, might be looking into his mirrors a little bit more than he should. And well, Kit Beale now is being chased and eventually decides to get out of the way here. So yeah, that will be easy overtaken by Tim Burt's. Got to be careful to draw within the lines there, and he will. Now it is our turn. Matthijs being chased. Tim Burt is slowly coming in. It's like a snake looking to crawl towards the spray here. He's doing exactly that. Just look at the size and the speed difference here, especially. It is just going to be a very small gap from this bit on already. You already know this is going to make it down some way, inside or outside. It's going to be around the outside, and he is successful in that as well. Great stuff coming out there. Good moves, and nothing that can be done. So Tim Burt will lap us in lap number 40 of the race here. Now here, once again, a Sven Matthijs moment here. Albeit this time a little bit less spectacular on our side. We're going to let Jason Begbie by, and he's going to be gaining that position. So all is good now from that point on. He'll be taking that happily. Here it goes, and move down the inside here. Yeah, Logan Draper makes it by. We go a little bit too wide, and that's going to be it then. Great stuff coming out here. Here is Steve McDonald. It's Kyle Franson chasing him. Steve McDonald's definitely looking this left and right rear view mirrors here. How do I make sure I leave him behind? And well, the answer is I'm just going to be braking as I normally do into the bus-stop chicane. But then I'm going to do it otherwise. I'm just going to be going into the pits. I don't want to battle with him. He has decided he'll be coming in to serve a pit stop. No drive-through penalties for Steve McDonald. He has been keeping things relatively clean where that was actually possible here. Here's the Porsche GT3 car. You might recognize the interior here. It is Kit Beale this time we're aboard with. He's going to have a little moment there. Can he keep the car straight? No, he can't. And he's going to go straight into the wall. That's the only straight he'll be going. And yeah, tough luck there. Always be careful when you're sim racing like this. You can definitely get hurt pretty badly. We'll be cutting across here. He can't even make that corner. He's going to have to clip the wall a little bit there as well. Now playing a rally game at this point. He joins the track eventually, but yeah, that's even us going by now. Obviously, we saw this from our POV as well. We saw that he was into the wall. Now we've actually seen what happened as well. I just gotta take it as is, I gotta say. Yeah, tough luck, but well. That is just part of it sometimes. And he's gotta come into the pits as well. Make sure that he goes off it nicely. See McDonald being passed here. It's Mitch Miller yet again. He had gone missing for a while, but now he's back overtaking people left, right, and center. This time around, it will be Steve McDonald who will be passed as well. So great stuff coming out right there. Here, see Jason Begbie being chased by Logan Draper. Driver's been at the front the entire race, it feels like. This time around there won't be any difference, and the overtake this time around is once again successful here. Obviously Jason Beckby knows as well, he's got no business defending that one, so doesn't even bother in here first, and I honestly don't mind that at all. Here is Carl Crew, and here is Ronald Allen. Actually, yeah, there he is, rejoining the race after being away for more than an hour, and he's good to go now and back into the race. Although, let's be honest, with that you're not going to be very competitive, and he knows that too. Here is Logan Draper, and he sees Nico Zandberg getting rather close here. There's that move coming into the chicane. Both drivers will be going through, minding their own business. So good stuff coming out there, I gotta say. All is fine, all is well. Just as I like it. And Ronald Allen, we are aboard with now, and it's once again a similar corner. I honestly didn't expect so many drivers to go off here, but this time is a big shunt as well. Not often that I see so many drivers crash there, but maybe that's just my memory serving me pretty wrong. But it seems to be a difficult corner for majority of the drivers out there today. And this time around, Ronald Allen is no exception, but he's going to stay out of the pits. Doesn't want to serve a pit stop as it stands right now. So it's going to be to continue this race as if nothing happened. Let me see, it's probably damaged a little bit here, but he's willing to take that. Carl Franson from very far behind. David Chalk crawling through the corner. Just look at how much he's able to gain right there. Now, well, he's going to be a little bit slower on that exit here, but still keeps at it, of course. He wants to stay with him, potentially overtake him as well. Obviously still a very dark night out there, but this is getting a little bit lighter again, it feels like. That's an overtake, and a nice move coming out there. Carl Franson gains that now and can focus on staying ahead here through Eau Rouge and Radion as well coming down here. Michael Ferguson is coming up next with a little bit of a low line, but for now, to the straight goes Carl Franson. Here he is then, Michael Ferguson. And please don't tell me it's the same spot where we've seen so many drivers go off, and unfortunately it is. Spins that car around over the grass, but it's going to cost him a little bit of time. Gets overtaken a couple times as well. I think that was just the one though, so he got a little bit luckier there. However, it is a spin, and that's just how it is sometimes. Here is Sven Matisse and Hardy Earnshaw. And Sven now has found his groove a little bit later on in the race. Obviously, he had a chaotic start. This time around, we'll be going for a nice overtake coming into the right-hander here. No problems whatsoever. And then on the left-hander, you see ahead. No, not yet. And now he most definitely is as well. So both drivers will be making it through. Position, however, will go the way of Sven Matisse. And you might be wondering, well, how did the panel end up? Oh, there's almost a little bit of a moment. He was a little bit slower through there now. Here's an onboard of that same Hardy Earnshaw. This time around, he's going to find himself into the wall. A little bit of an awkward one as well. Gotta say, obviously, onto the grass here. Not really expecting that, I gotta say, but it has been the case so far. Now here, ooh, that is a bit of a moment there. Into the gravel, and then David Chalk's going to be doing the same thing. First we saw Dwayne Lee do it. Once again, a weird incident, I gotta say, coming out, and it seems like they're almost in sync, just not in a good way. Here is Jason Beckby. Zandberg is looking to stay ahead for now, but Jason Beckby is determined for this one here, coming into the first corner of the track as well. So at 49 we're at now, so it's going rather quick. Put that into perspective, and here we're going to see a move down the inside. There it is. Where is it? Not going to be a drag race up the way up there, and it's going to be maybe even alongside. You don't want to be going alongside it, let me tell you that much. Jason Beckby will be going ahead, and Nico Zandberg will be saving that. Here's Steve McDonald then. Who's going significantly faster. And there goes that move then. They're alongside now, coming to the end of the straight. And there's that overtake. Is it successful? Yes, it is. It's going to be a nice little braking action there by Carl Crew. He's going to be making it in. He'll be taking that as is. There's Logan Draper. That was his last pit stop here for refueling the car. He'll be making it out there now to try and finish this one out there. At the moment, it's almost light again. It's early morning here over in Belgium, and he is looking to finish off the race in style as well. He's able to do something pretty nice. Here we see Crew who sees Michelin come out of the pits, but does he have that immediate speed to try and overtake him here? Has to make sure he hits all the shifts. He's slower. You're wondering, is this worth overtaking? But you got to be careful. He's deciding not to. I think it's a wise decision here. Crew has been driving like a very wise man this time around. Doesn't go for reckless moves, just wants to keep it clean whenever he can. And he's been fairly successful with that as well, especially compared to some of the other drivers we've seen spun for cash multiple times. So Crew having a very good race. He's hitting those consistency points. Sure would have loved to be ahead of Michelin, not able to do so. So he's just going to have to take that for granted for now. But maybe later we'll see another position coming in as well. And now as well, you're friendly reminded, if you're liking the content so far, make sure you like and subscribe. Here we see Jason Beckby coming out. Michael Ferguson actually hitting the brakes there. Doesn't want to go first. Obviously driving a very different race right now. We'll be coming to the standings later on as well. Here is Kit Beale. And he's made it through those awkward little corners. Goes to white there. Tries to recover, but recovers it too much. And therefore is going to hit the wall. And again with his rear wing as well. Yeah, and that rear wing is now gone to make it even worse. Tough luck really, I gotta say. Oh well, that is just part of it. Not much else that could be done there. He'll be taking it as is, and now we'll see if that actually becomes it. And now Kit Beale needs to make sure that he makes a decision, do I come in or not? And the answer is yes, he does come in. It might not be for the reason you think. You were probably thinking, I want to repair the car, and that is the case. That is a thought process here as well. Problem is that because of his too many incident points, he's picked up a drive-through penalty, so he's gonna serve that first, which also means that he needs to do another lap without a rear wing here, which is obviously very difficult to do, gotta say. That is the case, but he's gonna be taking it easy now. And yeah, as you might see, it's gonna cost him a lot of time here as well. And this lap is gonna be slower too, so it's big trouble here for Kit Beale as well, who has had a difficult race before, and that has now shown as well. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta take it as is. It is a learning experience, and a 3-hour race is not nothing, so yeah. And here we see Baggett making his way by here. Sven Matisse will let go of that. We'll make sure he gets out of the way here, and I think that's only fair. And now it is David Chalk here ahead of Tim Bird for the time being. It's going to be the Corvette here trying to utilize all that power, but then decides, you know what, I'm just going to lean over to the left side. And slowly but surely, Tim Bird will gain. He'll be coming out ahead as well. He's coming out there, no surprises there, I gotta say. Good stuff. And yeah, that's it for now. Tim Bird will be getting that position. Here is Norman Draper again. Still fighting for the race, trying to get the maximum out of it. It's Sven Matisse coming out of the corner. Late on the acceleration. Let's be honest, Sven's going to let them by anyway, so this is driving very different races. So right now here is Jason Beckby chasing David Chalk down. So far no move, but it can't last very much longer, I think. It's a tough round coming out here, I gotta say. There's that move. Beckby makes it happen. Draper now spots a Porsche onto the straight, and then Kit Beale gets past again. It's going to be once again him losing another lap out, and now here is another overtake. Nico Zandberg will be making his way by David Chalk. Good move coming into the chicane. Will be able to get the car stopped in time as well. Splendid move, very successful at that as well. Now, well, here is the number 4 car of Dwayne Lee, and Jason Beckley's on the roll right now. Let me tell you that much. Just look at what's going to happen here. It's going to be another overtake. This time again, Dwayne Lee doesn't want to get involved into the battle. Besides, you know what? This is not a battle worth fighting for me, so it's going to be taking it out of this. I think it's only fair. And, well, Michael Ferguson's had another moment then. This time around, it's once again a spin. Finds himself facing the wrong way, has to recover. He's going to take the escape road here. And we'll be going at it again. There they go, then at it again. He's able to continue the race, but it does cost him a lot of time. Carl Crew will be making his way by in the meanwhile. It's another name we haven't seen much here. Carl Franson, but he goes off this time around here. Tough luck there, but it happens sometimes. So many drivers here ahead. It's going to be Sven Matisse passing Kit Biel, and all the other drivers will follow along as well. That being Tim Burt and also Jason Beckby here. And Sven Matisse obviously also knows he's on a different lap than those two. Now that he's clear behind, it's just going to be a matter of time until they catch up. They'll be letting him go, as always. So just making sure he keeps things clean for himself. Very much respectable. I think all is good. And yeah, now it's time to see what will be happening. BMW looking to come by here. BMW here. Now obviously chasing that Ferrari now that we're no longer in that battle. Now Frentzen sees Jordan Paget goes by. You know exactly what's going to be going on here. Because this man is just on another level right now. And he's going to be making his way by Carl Franson, who's obviously driving a very different race. Here's Michael Ferguson. Well, that's good for now. Then something weird's going to happen. He's going to actually stop the car, park it over, and disappear. At the moment, as we're recording this, we still have no idea why. I'm recording this a couple days later. And yeah, no big surprises there. At least here as Dwayne Lee makes it by Kit Biel. I'll be chasing Sven Matisse as well. And he's going to obviously be looking to do the exact same thing as he has done before. And he's going to be very successful at that as well. Good stuff coming out. Goes a little bit too wide there, but so be it. Kit Biel here looking to come around here. And Nico Zandberg is looking to chase. And oh, he's going to go into the cross here with no rear wing still. Wow, Porsche, you can just see how much of a difference that actually makes. And is that worth it? I'm not so sure. This is a POV from Sven Matisse here. Nico Zandberg's looking to make his way around here. Chasing at the moment, but not successful yet here. There goes the 296 here. Makes it by rather easily. No problems going for the overtake there. He's going to be taking it as is, and I'm just leaving it at that now. Shame really here. Sven Matisse, and he's going to lose the back end and spins. Seen that a million times from his POV. This time around, we're going to be seeing Carl Crew go by as well. A little bit more obvious. And yeah, shame really. Now this is another weird moment here. Donald Allen driving incredibly slowly. Now we're not sure as to why exactly right now, but we have a suspicion. And that's the fact that he had run out of fuel, but we're not exactly sure what's going on here. So David Scholl coming by, and more other drivers have been going by as well. Shame really, because the race obviously has been very good so far. Now also, by the way, as I'm recording this, we're 1.2k subs essentially. Thank you guys so much. Very much appreciated from both me and Sven. And as always, if you have any idea on how we can improve our content, let us know as well. Here is a battle for the lead here. Logan Draper is going to get overtaken here with Jordan Paget, who's now leading the race. First time in a long one. Obviously, Logan Draper's not able to give him that position immediately. He wants to stay with him. He wants to go for this. He wants to fight. Immediately opens up the door again, trying to overtake. Who's going to come out ahead here? It looks like the Audi is ever so slightly quicker, but it could be mistaken. This POV might make it a little bit clear, but they're still side by side very much. Are they going to go side by side into a Rouge? No, not really. That would be way too risky. Now a little bit later on, we're on lap 70 at this point here, so we're almost there at the end there out of the 77 laps that were driven. It looks like Jordan Paget is having some problems here. Sounded like the engine was having a little bit of trouble there. Maybe it was the gearbox or something along those lines. It looked very weird at least. And now coming in, Christian Radial. A continuous race, and obviously Logan Draper still chasing. When will it be that overtake? But just keep in mind how incredibly difficult and rare it is for these players to still be back together, despite the race being 70 laps in at this point here. It's incredible racemanship that we're seeing this time around. There's going to be a big mistake being made, and it is going to be a new race leader yet again. This time around it is Logan Draper, just like it was before. Kid Beale hits the wall, and he does so in a very hard way, and this time around he's just got the car repaired, so that's tough luck here for the Cookie Monster, I gotta say. But he's gonna decide to come in, and once again coming into the pits here. And then, well, as he's coming in, gonna be taking a while. Here is that battle for the lead again. Jordan Paget here still chasing along. Obviously Logan Draper is very happy to be in this position. They're pushing each other rather wide, giving it the roll. They're so close to the finish now. They don't want to be giving it up when it matters most, and so far you really can't separate them. They're so close to each other. Look at that, there's centimeters between them. I even think there was a little bit of contact there, never so slight bump. Goes for a move into the bus stop then perhaps. No, he's gonna have to leave space, and then see that they both continue that race as is here. The battle still stays on here. There's still the Porsche leading the Audi here. So for no move being made here. That's a nice little switch back here. Yeah, the Porsche wasn't ready for it, so it's going to go for the overtake. It's going to be gaining that position as well, but is he fast enough coming into the next straight as well? And still looking to come around here. Obviously you can move over one time, and they do so. Gonna go side by side, but I wouldn't dare going side by side through here, so he has to lift a little bit here. Both make it through a Rouge and Radion cleanly here. Much different to some other races that we've seen here on Spa. So in that sense, a good improvement. And well, here they come then side by side onto the Camel straight. It's gonna be a tough one. Who's gonna come out ahead here? Who dares braking later? Who dares braking later here? Coming into Lecombe, and here they go. It's going to be the Porsche going for the overtake now, and he is successful at that as well. Incredible scenes we're seeing here. Porsche ahead of the Audi for now here, so we're seeing more and more overtakes. But there's another move around the outside then. Is he successful in that? Yes, absolutely. This is a wonderful racing that we're seeing. Probably the most exciting racing I've watched in a long while. At the end of a 3-hour race too, just because the stakes weren't high enough already, am I right? Audi ahead here. Jordan Paget is all alright. There he goes too wide, and that will allow the Porsche to cut back at it again. What an awesome battle this is. Who's going to be daring to come out on top here? It's going to be the right-hander first, left-hander coming in second as well. The Porsche tries to make it work here. Was he successful at the moment? Not really, gotta say. Gotta be keeping at it here if he can, but it looks like he's just so much slower now. And now on the straight, still looking to go at it here. He wants to gain his position back here. Maybe another opportunity will form itself. For now, though, it looks like Logan Draper is just completely safe. Now we'll see what happens here. Coming into the bus stop chicane, and oh, what is that? The Audi is going to go into the pits here, and you might be wondering why, but I've got some bad news here for the Audi fans. Jordan Paget had to drive into the pits because he finds himself on a drive-through penalty. Serving that pit stops, it's going to cost him so much time now, and is that then battle over? You wonder. Well, I might have a slight feeling that is the case here. So Logan Draper looking good to finish in first now, because this pit stop takes a lot of time. Well, actually not even a stop here, just has to go by. Continues to race afterwards here, but now they're both driving in no man's land again, and there's a massive gap here over for Logan Draper. Here is Jason Beckby looking to go for a move to Timbert late into the race here. Coming on the outside line. Now we'll have the inside line and coming into the next corner, and he'll be successful into taking it too. Awesome stuff we're seeing here. No surprises there, all is good. That's it for now. Ronald Allen we're aboard with, and oh, he's gonna spin around, and And once again, the same corners. I don't know what it is, but it's just incredibly difficult out there. And, well, he's able to continue the race. Obviously, this is also a little bit of a point where all the drivers are a little bit tired, I think it's fair to say. Logan Draper now should be good to go. He's got one more lap to go. And oh, wait. Is he now going to come into the pits? Yes, he is. He has also found himself on a drive-through penalty now. So you know what that means. It's going to be another very close battle here against the clock. Who's faster into the pits? Who was faster on their out lap? It's going to cost them so much time. And now you're going to wonder, where are they going to be coming out of the pits here? Is Logan Draper going to stay ahead? And does he immediately have the pace to stay ahead as well? There goes Jordan Packett. You see him approach now. And yes, he is so much quicker around there. Surely they were able to accelerate roughly at the same time. That's his penalty served now. And now you'd like to think he's got so big of a gap here. But looking at this here. Lap 76, the second to last lap here. And you might be wondering, lads, how is this going to end? Well, I'm not sure. It looks like the Audi's going to get just a little bit closer off as well. He's going to be looking to creep up here whenever he can. Battle continues yet again here. We're soon going to come into the last lap of the race as well. It's incredible scenes we're seeing here, I gotta say. Goes too wide. His jersey, nevertheless, is going to go for a very ballsy move here. Does he have the momentum to keep the car going in the right direction? Yes, he does. I thought for a second he was going to be breaking himself there, but no, he stays on, and that is a ballsy move if I've ever seen one. Logan Draper's still on the inside here, so make your way around. And obviously, he's not going to be giving you anything at this point. You know that too. You were a little bit mean to him, so he's going to be doing the exact same thing, but taking a very different approach here. And it looks like the Audi has just done it here. Jordan Packett stays ahead now, and now we're into the final lap of the race as well to see for once and for all who's going to be finishing this race in first. It's looking good for the Audi at this point, but Logan Draper will be looking to take more opportunities whenever he can. It's so close. Obviously, not there quite yet here, and there is potential for a move now onto the Camel Straight perhaps, and they're side by side and they're going to come into this. Now I do love what I'm seeing here. They're both giving each other the room they deserve, and it looks like the Audi will stay ahead here. Obviously, time is of the essence here. You need to make your way around here, and if you'll be doing so, well, you'll be taking it. I think that's fair to say, but so far a little bit difficult, I gotta say. Yeah, what comes of it here? Audi ahead of Porsche. And at the moment here, we are seeing no changes in that whatsoever. Looks like the Audi is all under control here. But is that going to stay and remain the same? I wonder. At the moment, we're not seeing any changes here. And track is going to be running out here. But see, this track is a little bit over 7 kilometers long here. So you might be wondering, well, surely that's enough, right? Well, let me tell you that much. Might very much not be the case here. Looks like he's all good for now. Are we going to be seeing more overtakes here? Well, at the moment it's not likely, but we might. Coming into the bus stop chicane, you might start to wonder here, is it all going to matter in the end here? The Porsche will have one more chance. It stays behind, doesn't even want to attempt it now. And as long as he just nails the line onto the last corner, it's going to be the leader finishing the race here, Jordan Packett here. With a little bit over 0.5 seconds remaining. Yeah, that's one way to finish the race, I suppose. 0.559 seconds between them here. And that now means that we're going to be ending up with the hot lap of today. So we're going to be looking at a lap here made by Carl Crew. And let's see how he does it then. Obviously, the driver who's won the race or got close in that sense by any means. But he's still going to be giving it a go. We'll be seeing how that goes in just a moment here. So far, no movement yet, and this is good stuff as well. He's going to be able to half the cut across there, make sure he turns as little as possible here, and now obviously it's a very long straight here. coming in here as well is very confident through here. He's going to make sure that he makes the way over to the left line just in time to take this corner as well. Goes at it again now. Looking to come in now as well. Now we go at it again. Looking to just stay here within the line. You can go rather wide here, but don't go too wide. We have seen that happening to us as well. Right-hander coming up, left-hander following as well. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say one more thing as well. Obviously, we're going to come to the end of the video in just a second. 3-hour race shown to you in 1.5 hours. So we've put a lot of effort into this video, especially Sven. Put all the scenes together for me, wrote the script and everything. And he's wrote down the notes so I can read off them to do all the work. And obviously, I only had to do commentary, but that's still a lot of work as well. So it would be very much appreciated here if you could leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as well. We're trying to get up there whenever we can. We always put in a lot of effort. You can see our channel here to the right. In the top left, you'll be seeing a video coming up into the screen now. And I'm sure there will be some good content coming out as well. Good lap here by Co-Crew. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching and have a very pleasant rest of your day as well. Bye bye.